The most amazing thing is happening right now. Most amazing thing is happening right now. 8/28 was day one, right? Today it's the 12th, September 12th. Hasn't even been a month yet. We talked to you about the things that have happened in these past weeks. I went from having a great mentor, right? Having a great mentor, leader, coach, decided to leave the company. I got reassigned to a different team, to the number one team, surrounded by top performers, a completely different culture, a completely different type of mentor who loves training and role plays and developing and mindset and all this that I need right now. Now I have that coaching mentor in my life, leading me, role plays every morning, breaking down my calls with me, who sees it in me, who needs me to get to the point where I need to be for him to reach his goals. And he's committed. He just told me yesterday, I had an epiphany. I was listening to Bob Proctor, and I had an epiphany that I need to raise my commitment here. And part of that is getting you to top 5 in the company, which is where I'm focused on. Our values and goals are aligned, as well as the actions that holding me accountable. That's what I did yesterday. So, had it down in my plan to buy this house in Pflugerville within the next 3 years on the lake. It's right there where both of our families are close by. We could have some support for the baby with Mijo, with David. And in the meantime, I had it on my goals to be able to move to that neighborhood and rent in the meantime. And there was a nice nail shop, higher end, where Kim could work. She's been itching to go back to work, to go back to doing nails. She loves it. She obsesses over it. Loves doing nails. Well, she's got that itch, started looking for places. Stuff started popping up. One of her friends started working at the Lifetime Fitness, Shenandoah, the Woodlands area here in the Houston area. And turns out a spot opened up part-time, couple days a week. So she went in yesterday to interview. And she asked if she wanted to go by herself or if I wanted to go. Yeah, let's go. I went with pulling in Lifetime Fitness, man. Awesome. I remember going to Lifetime Fitness with Coach, with the team in Austin. And what a phenomenal facility. Learned that it's only been there for a year. It's literally in the same, like, the drive to get to the parking garage. I dropped her off. To the straight is the parking garage. To the left is this apartment complex, like high-end, super clean, right across from Lifetime Fitness. Turns out that nail shop is number one in the country. We find out on Monday, but driving home yesterday, we had the feeling it was already hers. The vision that I had was that I might move to Pflugerville, rent a little while. It's gonna be convenient because it's like a 15-minute drive. This is literally across it's a walk, it's a 5-minute walk. And so now we're talking about, let's get this place rented. The house that we're in right now, let's rent it out. That'll allow us flexibility to be able to live over there, right across the street. Way better than anything that I could have ever imagined. And so then I started thinking that, okay, cool. When we live here, what's my routine gonna look like? Who am I gonna be? Because we started talking, and then they're at the nail shop. Not only do they hold themselves accountable for the quality of the nails, but also for their fitness, for all the resources that they have there at the Lifetime Fitness. They hold them accountable to make sure that they're taking care of their health, which is one of Kim's goals too. It's one of my goals too, right? To get back in fitness. And so I thought, what's my routine gonna look like? You know, they got a sauna, they got a steam room, they got an ice bath, they got jacuzzis, like they got everything. They got a spa, they got like the lap pools, they got everything. And so I started thinking, I said, you know, yeah, go back to training again, you know? And I've been kind of on and off training, you know, prepping for Kerrville, coming up here at the end of the month. So I've been on and off. And I got to thinking, I thought, nah, when we move here, I'll be up every day, you know, probably 4 o'clock, maybe 5, to be able to get my workout in, to be able to take care of my son, because I'm gonna have to take care of him while Kim's doing nails, because I can. I'm on the phones, right? That's all I do. I just make phone calls. And so it's not dangerous in there. You know, I've had him in my office before for a couple hours, no problem. Kind of find out they got 2.5 hours worth of childcare for free when she starts working there. And so I'll be able to have some flexibility there, drop him off, right, for a little while, get some phone calls in. But the other time, be able to have him there with me, making some phone calls. When he's napping, hey, be making phone calls, right? And so I started visualizing this and I started thinking, what does that man do? Who is that guy? Who's that guy that has that life? What does he do, right? And so I started being that, I started imagining, that was just yesterday, that's last night. I started imagining this man, and so this morning, 4 o'clock, my son wakes me up, right? And he starts wiggling. I usually try to get him before he's like fully awake because he's still sleepy. But he usually is just, like this morning he was wet and went into the bottle. You know, it's usually the case. So I know that if I can get up before he starts to get really fussy and gets all this energy, then he'll just go right back to sleep. And so 4 o'clock, boom, jetted downstairs, got his bottle ready, got his Tylenol because he's teething and it hurts him. He starts fussing. Like, all right, cool, so it's past time for that. He needs his bottle. It needs to be changed. He did. He's super wet. And then like 4:45, he's asleep. Give him his bottle. He's asleep. Come down, get my breathing exercise in with Tony Robbins guiding me. Visualize him, grateful. Now here I'm on the bike. So listening to Earl Nightingale again. Listen to Earl Nightingale, Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor was actually a student of Earl Nightingale. So listen to the source where he was talking about the number one thing that you can do is visualize what you want. Visualize the person that has the things that you want. What would that person be doing? Get in alignment with who that person is. Start to become that person. What does that person have? What does that person do? How does that person think? Who does that person associate themselves with? Start doing those things and those things will start happening for you. And so here we are, less than a month in, getting in alignment with who I need to be. To have the things, do the things, be the person, be the example that I want to be. It's what another reminder, be the change.